So I'm watching this video with Tucker Carlson interviewing Ice Cube. Pretty good interview, man. One brother I like is Ice Cube. Ice Cube is he's a good brother, but at the same time, a lot of brothers was raving about him being an Israelite. They suspected he was an Israelite, and I'm like, I don't know about that. We have this tendency to associate everybody with being Israel because they say a few choice words, or they have a beard, or they have some fringes on. And over the years, a lot of you brothers, you were heartbroken or let down because you find out later on that these dudes are not Israel, man, in spirit at least. But this is a good interview. The thing is, Ice Cube, to me, he still thinks there's hope in the system and that this man is going to change. This man is not going to change. This is Esau. And Esau, from when you read scriptures, he's ordained to live by the sword and self-destruct. Bottom line, he's ordained to self-destruct. And a lot of you, you got a problem with that. And you got to wake up. At some point, you just got to wake up. But check it out. Pretty good interview. Check it out.
Obviously a saintly, godlike figure who's revered by all decent people. Why would she exclude you?
I really don't know. That's something that I would...
She is Oprah, I believe he's talking about. He went through a whole list of, not a whole list, but he mentioned a few people who kind of shun Ice Cube. And these are like women like Oprah and those old hags from the show The View. Why wouldn't they shun him? These people, they're part of Babylon. They're part of this modern day Egypt. They're part of the beast. So why wouldn't they shun Ice Cube? Why wouldn't they shun anyone who's speaking the truth? Oprah is, I gotta be careful with what I say. Oprah is a part of the beast. I'm gonna keep it clean, man, and real simple. She's a part of the beast. So why would she listen to Ice Cube, and why would she concern herself, or why would they concern themselves with the plight and the evils of that's been laid on top of the black man's head? Why would they care about the truth in regards of the jibby jab? Why would they care about the evils of Planned Parenthood and the lies of religion? Why would they do that? They have sold their souls to the devil. And I know Ice Cube he knows this, man. He's a very intelligent dude, and I believe that Ice Cube, he's just watching his words, and he knows all that. You saw the interview with him and talking with those whores, Vivica Fox.
Vivica, I'm not here to fight about what he did, what he didn't do. Is he a good white man? Is he a bad white man? To me, they pretty much all the same. So now,
I don't agree with that.
With that said,
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with. Can I? I don't agree. I used to be.
Well, look. I know we've had all kind of presidents, and our situation hasn't changed. So that's why I said they're pretty much all the same when it comes to a president and dealing with our situation.
So let me. I gotta ask this question. Because you're on this show with Cocktails with the Queens, and there's a reason for that. It wasn't to have you defend or not defend Donald Trump. It was about. I care about what's in this contract with Black America for women, and it's not. We're not mentioned at all in the contract with Black America. And
you are mentioned. I mean, when you mention Black people, you mentioning Black women. So don't count yourself out.
No, that's not true. That's like administration say that when they
Black people is not Black women.
Black
women are not included in Black people.
No, but that's like he's saying. That's like when the president says minorities, then he's including Black people. But we all know that that's not the case. Black women have specific needs that are not also being met. And we also feel that there should be some things that are specific to us and our plight as well. And
I understand that.
I feel like as a black man, you can leave.
No.
I feel like
I just offered y'all to write a section up for it. I just said I don't mind if you guys help us. If you guys help us write a section. No, I've been open to all kind of experts in putting this together. It wasn't just me. We've dealt with experts in all fields of this contract with Black America. So we're willing to deal with experts in the section when it comes to women. So that's no problem.
Okay,
I'll help you write it. I'll help you write it.
Say you do get the money. How soon do you think your plan is going to go into effect? When will we start seeing the benefits?
I'm not getting 1 quarter. Okay,
No. I said
this is something he's promising to the country, and he's gonna have to implement it in a way he feel that can fit.
Okay,
just
but
like
can
Joe
I just
Biden's
ask
plan.
though? What would you see this plan doing for the first year for us if he's reelected?
I'm not part of the administration.
Well,
I'm here for Black people. I'm here to talk to both administrations about the contract with Black America. The Platinum Plan is not mine. Didn't name it. Didn't put it together. All I did was meet about the contract with Black America. They added some things, and I'm willing to meet.
And them hoes on, I don't know what show that is. It's not Red Table Talk or whatever it's called. It's not that, but it's a bunch of sisters who are totally in a feminist mind frame, and they have given them souls over to the devil. Bottom line. See, Ice Cube doesn't realize that prophecy is fulfilling itself. A lot of brothers and sisters who are wrapped up in this world, they don't believe in prophecy. They don't believe in the word of the Most High coming to pass.
Love to find out, but I can't tell you, if there's a single thing that I've done or said to her.
Have you noticed that it is more controversial to criticize Oprah than to burn the American flag?
Really?
Seems that way. I've never heard anybody criticize Oprah. Do you think it's political, or do you think it's deeper than that? You're not like a right winger.
No.
They saying that Oprah, and I'm not saying it's true, I'm just saying what's been said online, is that Oprah is responsible for a lot of women who have been attacked or almost raped. And in certain cases, some were raped. They say that Oprah is responsible for a lot of those actions.
Get ready for a new Hollywood drama sensation as Mel Gibson's explosive revelations in the movie Sound of Freedom take center stage. Prepare to be astonished as Mel uncovers the hidden truths behind the glamorous facade of Hollywood's elite, shedding light on their alleged participation in a scandalous underworld of exploitation. And guess who finds herself entangled in the midst of it all? None other than the iconic Oprah Winfrey. So, what exactly did Mel say? We'll spill all the details you probably missed in today's video. But of course, before I spill anything, make sure first that you subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell for more updates and videos like this. Now, let's dive in.
Not only is Mel Gibson exposing Hollywood, but he also exposing Oprah? For what?
First time I really came over here. I had a whole bunch of weird paranoid suspicions about what the hell was going on because there was a lot of stuff I couldn't understand.
You're 7 years old and someone is stroking you. It feels good.
Amidst the glitz and glamour of Hollywood, where controversies and scandals dominate headlines, it's truly astonishing that a certain film has remained relatively unnoticed. Directed by Alejandro Gomez Monteverde, Sound of Freedom takes audiences on a profound journey into the clandestine realm of illicit human trade, exposing the sinister tactics employed by the privileged few to ensnare unsuspecting victims. What adds to the intrigue is the conspicuous absence of extensive media coverage and endorsements surrounding this significant and thought-provoking movie.
Sound of Freedom is a movie. Little setup here. I'd never even heard about this movie until a couple days ago. I saw it in the comment section. People were like, why don't you review Sound of Freedom? I was like, what's that? What is that? Turns out it's not what it sounds like. Sound of Freedom sounds like a 2002 war in Iraq military puff piece film.
The movie's powerful message seems to have unsettled some influential figures, prompting the question, why? In Sound of Freedom, renowned actor Mel Gibson takes on the lead role, portraying the real-life story of Tim Ballard, a former government agent who courageously leaves his position to establish Operation Underground Railroad. This organization is dedicated to rescuing children from the clutches of illegal human trade networks. The film aims to shed light on the horrifying realities of this abominable industry, seeking to raise awareness and inspire action against it. However, despite the pressing urgency of the film's topic, major streaming platforms such as Amazon, Netflix, and Hulu shockingly rejected Sound of Freedom, denying it a platform for global exposure. This decision is puzzling, particularly considering these platforms' frequent promotion of socially conscious content. Could it be that the movie's explosive revelations hit too close to home for some? Adding to the intrigue, notable celebrity voices who are often swift to endorse causes related to social awakening have conspicuously remained silent about Sound of Freedom. It appears as though the Hollywood elite have collectively turned a blind eye to a film that exposes the very secrets of their own industry. The lack of support from these influential figures raises questions about their genuine dedication to social justice and human rights. However, the intrigue surrounding the movie doesn't end there. Sound of Freedom, initially acquired by Disney after its merger with 21st Century Fox, was mysteriously shelved, sparking speculation about the reasons behind this decision. There are whispers in the industry suggesting a darker motive, with accusations that entertainment giants like Disney, Netflix, and Amazon Prime deliberately avoided acquiring the film's rights to suppress the truth about the exploitation and illicit trade from reaching a global audience.
The behind the scenes, she's a damn demon. That's what they saying behind the scenes. Again, I'm not saying it. I'm saying what's been coming out in social media and behind the scenes. This is what they're saying. They're saying that a lot of men who were almost taken advantage of, or who have been taken advantage of in certain cases, Oprah set those situations up. That's what they're saying. How true that is, I don't know, but it wouldn't be far-fetched from my understanding that this is a strong possibility. This is the world we live in. This is an evil, demonic world, and this is the world we live in. So don't put nothing past the evils that you see. In other words, there are evils that you see that's nothing compared to the blood sacrifices, the rituals, children being taken advantage of, if you know what I mean. There are things happening that you could not wrap your mind around because you think that Esau being the so-called Europeans, because he has 2 legs, arms, eyes, and a tongue, that he's just a regular man. No, the Most High put this man over the world, and there are things happening behind the scenes so he can maintain that power of ruling the world under the spirit of the dark lords and dark spirits, which requires him to operate in a dark way. In other words, serve and bow down to the devil. And a lot of our people, they have given their souls over to the devil as well, whether you believe that or not.
No. You don't even seem that political.
No, I'm not really. I'm pretty much, just want to do right by the people, So if that comes through political means, that comes through the private sector, wherever it comes.
He still believes in the system. I believe in using the system to my advantage. I believe the Bible is more conservative than liberal. That's a no-brainer there. If I was in the world, I'd probably be conservative. But Ice Cube, he knows the deal. He knows what we're dealing with. But at the same time, he still believes in the system. Still believes in the system. He believes that this man can be bent to do what's right I don't think he believes that the man will do 100% right, but he thinks he can still squeeze some juice out of the orange, meaning get this white man to somehow kind of work with him, somehow kind of bend a knee to righteousness or justice, which he's dreaming. He's dreaming. He's dreaming, man. That will never happen. It's not going to happen. Let him knock himself out. They already ignored his ass. They already ignored him. You know? But, you know, you got a lot of our people who think in the mindset of Ice Cube and believe in the American way. They believe that. They believe this crap. Check it out. The Most High says in Genesis, the fourth chapter, fourth chapter, and the fourth verse. Let me see if I can make that bigger for you. I'm not going to be long. I just had a point. I saw this interview and I found it interesting. Pretty good interview, though. But it says, in Abel, he also brought of the firstlings of his flock. So Abel was a righteous brother. Abel would represent or be in likeness to Israel or Jacob. Both were men or people of the Most High. You understand? Even in our wicked state, it's not in our nature to do the things that the so-called Europeans do. The Europeans naturally lay down, not all of them, but the Europeans naturally lay down with animals, naturally murder, kill, and brutalize men. Our people do the same thing, but our people don't create laboratories and design germs to use in germ warfare. We go to war and kill each other, but we don't naturally kill innocent men, women, and children on large levels. Nobody does the things on this planet like so-called Europeans, because he's programmed to do so. Didn't the Lord say that Esau, in the 27th chapter of Genesis, in the 40th verse, didn't he say, the Lord, the Most High, the creator of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and everything, including good and evil, didn't the Lord say in Genesis 27 verse 40 that Esau would live by the sword? And that he would hate his brother the same way Cain hated his brother, the same way the so-called Europeans mainly hate you so-called Negroes and Hispanics? You see how the two run parallel? You see how prophecy just naturally flows when you turn off your emotions? Fourth verse again, it says, in Abel, he also brought of the firstlings of his flock. Notice it says how he also brought something to the Most High, which was the firstlings of his flock. Cain, in his wicked, rebellious spirit, brought fruit and things from the ground, rebelling and not acknowledging to respect the Most High. See that? But here it says, in Abel, he also brought of the firstlings of his flock and the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering. See that? The Lord respects righteousness. The Lord respects obedience. That spirit was not in Cain, and it's not in who you can't let go, the so-called Europeans today. No one does the things that are contrary to the Most High's laws, to the Most High's righteousness, like the so-called Europeans. Esau is the so-called Europeans, and Cain represents the so-called Europeans today. Whether you believe that or not, it's not hard to see. I see it. I acknowledge it. If you're in your feelings and your emotions, you won't see that. But unto Cain and to his offering, he had not respect. See that? Again, it says, but unto Cain and to his offering, he had not respect. And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. He was mad because the Most High called him out on his bullcrap and his rebellion. And the Lord didn't have respect unto his bullcrap and his rebellion. And the Lord said unto Cain, why art thou wroth? Why are you angry? The Lord knew already. The Lord knows everything, but the Lord, he put this here for us to understand the difference of good and evil, rebellion, and being in the right spirit of serving the Most High. And the Lord said unto Cain, why art thou wroth? And why is that countenance, meaning your facial expression, fallen? Lord knew already. The Lord says, if thou doest well, see that? If thou doest well, he's telling Cain this. And the Most High says the same thing to the so-called white man in Romans 11th chapter. If you do well, you'll be grafted in, but boast not against the branches, the Most High says in that chapter. Did the Gentiles, mainly Esau, the so-called white man, has he done well, or has he boasted against the Most High's chosen, you so-called blacks and Hispanics? Has he done well? To do well is to live in the Bible. To do well is to be obedient to the Most High. That's what the Most High is telling Cain. If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted? If thou doest not well, meaning go against the Most High, break his commandments, be a murderer, be an evil vagabond, lie, cheat. If thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door, sin being Satan, the door being his spirit. And Esau, the so-called white man, his door or his mind, or the door to his mind is wide open to being controlled by the devil. I'm not saying that he's the only one being controlled by the devil, but he's the main tool being used by the Most High to represent evil on this earth today. You can deny it and be in your feelings and your emotions, but then you're like Ice Cube. You still believe in a system. You still believe this man can change. You still believe that you can squeeze and milk some decency out of these people. You'll be in the same mindset as Ice Cube. The Lord said, if thou doest well, shall thou not be accepted? Then when you read on, it says, and if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire. See that? Meaning you're going to be a slave to the devil unless you can do what's right. Do what's right and fight against that evil spirit. But this man has not done right since he's been on this earth. He has not done right since he's been on this earth. This is what the Most High is showing you. This is what's happening today. He's not done right since he's been on this earth. And Ice Cube can't see this. Just like a lot of people can't see this. And that's fine. The Most High, he's going to do what he does. And what's going to come to pass is going to come to pass. But I just wanted to just touch on that. It kind of touched the nerve. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but I found the interview pretty interesting. I'm not even going to go back to the interview. I found it pretty interesting, and it just shows even the most woke of all the brothers and brothers from the ghetto and brothers who are down to earth, even they can still believe in the system, even though they have served prison time in the system. They have been on the white man's drugs in the same system. They have been brutalized by the cops, police brutality in the same system. And at the same time, they know in their spirit that systematic racism does exist. They know these things exist, but but they still believe that this man is going to change. This is why you're marching for reparations and thinking that this man going to give you money. And the only thing he's going to give you is a kick right up in your behind. So I was going to say the other word. That's all you're going to get. Not going to change, man. The solution is righteousness. The solution is the Bible. And the solution is watch as well as pray. And while you're watching, get understanding and watch these prophecies come to pass. And pray that the Most High keeps sin out of your doors. I'm out.